Thanks, Ceann Corda. First of all, I just want to commend my own colleagues, Deputy Doherty and also Deputy O'Brien, for all of their continuous work in relation to this issue. And in my time this evening, I'd like to talk about the impact of investment firms buying up large swathes of housing in Ireland from the perspective of young people, in particular those in their 20s. You know, it's a group that sometimes gets forgotten about, not just in relation to housing, but in relation to an awful lot of things in this country. The ESRI's Poverty, Income, Inequality and Living Standards in Ireland report, parts of which were published today, point to a significant share of young people facing excessive housing costs in comparison to their incomes. That won't come as a surprise to any of us. It examines the unique set of circumstances facing young people who are in the main engaged in insecure employment and who have been forced by successive failure in housing policies by both Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael governments into a rental market with significant and acute affordability issues. I know housing affordability and availability is an issue that affects all age groups, but for young people, the prospect of home ownership has collapsed in recent decades. The findings paint a very stark picture of housing affordability for young people in Ireland in 2021. And the consequence of declining rates of home ownership for young people over several generations mean that these same young people are forced into the private rental market, where affordability has been aggravated by eye-watering high rents. Outside of the capital and rural areas such as my own constituency of both Carlow and Kilkenny, the private rental market has become increasingly unaffordable for many young people, and that's actually, if you can find a property to rent, it's nearly impossible to find a property to rent, impossible to afford it. They're in the region of €1,200 to €1,500 for Kilkenny and Carlow, and then forget about it if you're trying to find a place that will take HAP. You literally have no chance. And unfortunately, you know, and it's the reality, and you mightn't like it, Minister, you know, and you can have a go at us all you like, but everybody on the street knows the reality and the real consequences of allowing investment firms to buy up huge swathes of homes and newly built housing estates throughout the country. This is as a result, and this is what we're going to continue to see unless it stops now. Garmagad.